Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tom Lang Park for tonight's WCBL contest between the hometown Weyburn Beavers and the visiting Regina Red Sox. Welcome to Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on Flow Sports. Should be a dandy one tonight. The Beavers, an opening night win, a convincing 9-0 shutout win over the Saskatchewan Berries. Well, the Regina Red Sox also won their first home game last evening. Both teams are 1-0. And leading things off tonight would be the shortstop, Matthew Fox. First pitch strike by Ryan Meyer. Ryan Meyer does not walk many. Generally fills the zone. There's a nice pitch. Meyer ahead, 0-2. Ryan from Gilbert, Arizona. Strike 3 called. Matthew Fox is retired looking for the first out of the game. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for Ryan Meyer. Ryan, of course, off-season ankle surgery. Another called strike. Raphael Jackson, the center fielder, number 20, now hitting for the Red Sox. Breaking ball paints the outside edge for strike 2. Oh, just missed outside. Good location there. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Strike 3 called. Meyer rings him up. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring DH Riley Bender to the plate, number 19. Takes the first pitch from Ryan Meyer for ball 1. Jaden Kalura is in the on-deck circle, the 4-hitter. The 5-hitter tonight, James Wright, the first baseman. Batting 6th, Angelo Franco, the 3rd baseman. And that's hit on the ground to short. Picked up there by Dale, over to Dauphiny in time. 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Meyer, 6-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Beavers will be back batting here in the bottom of the first when we return with more Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. it doesn't connect. This is the problem all the time. Gotta go there. That one? Okay. Wait a minute. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Starting pitcher for the Red Sox tonight, Blake Johnson, wearing number 56. Johnson, a right-hander. It's from San Dimas, California. Home of Bill and Ted, by the way. 6'4", 200-pound senior from Rogers State. And Alex Alva will lead it off tonight for the Weyburn Beavers. And he takes the first offering for ball one. Alex Alva 1 for 5 last night in his Beaver debut. Fouled the other way into the Regina bullpen. That'll square the count at 1 apiece. Alva had a stolen base last night as well. In the on-deck circle, Ryan Dauphiny. Noah Brooks also due up. That's hit on the ground to second base. Picked up there by Sam Baker and on to first baseman James Wright. 1 out. Now batting is last night's Beaver player, Boston Pizza Beaver player of the game, Ryan Dauphiny. Ryan last night went 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 4 RBIs. So he was the straw that stirred the drink last night. Takes high for ball one. Ryan from Surrey, BC. Attends Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. That's fouled out of play. We'll square the count at 1 apiece. Big swing and a miss there. Crisp looking fastball from Blake Johnson. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Inside. Came close to clipping him, but did not. That'll square the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Brooks will be the next hitter for the Beavers. Ian Heck after that. Curveball fouled away by Dauphiny. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Of course, Ryan, the all-time Beaver regular season hit leader. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. Blake Johnson's first strikeout of the evening. 2 outs. And Noah Brooks will be the hitter. Noah's from Langley, BC. Attends the University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky. Pitches in the dirt for ball one. That misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Of course, Noah Brooks last season, a member of the Edmonton Prospects up until the All-Star break. That misses inside for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. With the powerful Ian Heck on deck. Taken all the way. A fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Green light here. Fastball on the outside edge. Real good location there by Blake Johnson. And that fills the count. And that's hit on the ground past the third baseman, Justin Simard. And a base hit for Noah Brooks. And he's aboard for Ian Heck. Show Heck. The winning pitcher last night was 6 scoreless innings. In last night's game, Ian was 0 for 4, looking for his first hit of the season. Had 18 home runs this year at York University in York, Nebraska. Big swing and a miss there. Trying to put a 2-spot up in a hurry. 1 strike the count. Adjusting the shoulder pad there, or the elbow pad there rather. The red-hot Braden Mayencourt is on deck. Of course, he extended his multi-hit streak last night to 8 games and his hitting streak to 11. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball got away from Blake Johnson a little bit there. Jaden Kalura is the starting catcher tonight for the Red Sox. Pick-off move. Noah Brooks is back safely. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out here. Bottom of the first inning. We are scoreless at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Outside, 2-2. Big swing and a miss there. Ian Heck does not get cheated on his swings. The 6'4" righty Johnson, he brings it with some heat. Off-speed pitch, and out in front of that is Ian Heck. A swing and a miss. The Beavers do not score a run. They do get 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete, we're scoreless here in Weyburn, and we'll return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball right after this on FloCollege. Then I need a time. So it's minutes. Yeah, I guess I can go in next time. I could go 10 seconds before we went to it. But I'll leave it. There's about a 5 to 7 second delay before it starts. We're back here at Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball. Due up in the top of the second inning for the Regina Red Sox. Jaden Kalura, the catcher. James Wright, the first baseman. And Angelo Franco, the third baseman. First pitch from Ryan Meyer is high for ball 1. When he's on and gets in rhythm, he works quickly. Just off the outside of the plate for ball 2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. The Beavers debuting their new City Connect jerseys tonight, and they look good. 3-0 pitch is delivered for strike 1. And that's hit on the ground through the hole. Base hit for Jaden Kalura. First hit of the game for the Red Sox. And that'll bring James Wright to the plate. We'll run down the Beaver defensive alignment. Ryan Dauphine's at first base, Alex Alva at second, Braden Mancourt at third, and Trevor Dale, the starting shortstop tonight. Breaking ball taken for strike 1. In the outfield, Noah Brooks is the left fielder, Chet McDaniel is in center, and Luke Malzewski is in right field. Rob Gurney is catching Ryan Meyer. And of course the DH is Ian Heck. As James Wright fouls that back over the screen. 0-2 the count. Two strikeouts in the first inning for each of the starting pitchers. Oh, that looked real close. One ball and 2 strikes. And that's hit in the air to right field. Malzewski in on it, has a bead, makes the catch. Franco, F9 for the first out. And Angelo Franco, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Franco not in the lineup last night for the Red Sox. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. The runner on first is Jaden Kalura, the catcher. Another called strike to Franco. Ryan Meyer way ahead in the count. Ooh. Ball 1. Thought he was going to be rung up there. Runner goes. Stolen base by Kalura. Runner in scoring position now for Franco. That pitch, a ball. Actually, I waited till I saw the call on one before I looked for the throw down to second. So I'm not sure where it was. I may have missed inside. But 3 really close pitches, it looked like to me. After Meyer has had 0-2, and that fills the count here with 1 out. Top of the second. Fouled back to the screen. And we'll go to pitch 7 of the at-bat. Number 20, Ryan Meyer. He is a workhorse and a warrior out there. Curveball popped up in the infield. Dauphiny calls for it, comes over and makes the play. 2 out. Two outs. And that'll bring Justin Simard to the plate. Simard in right field tonight. I misspoke on a defensive play earlier and said it was Simard at third base when it was, in fact, Angelo Franco. But we're still getting into mid-season form here as working out some kinks with our new streaming partners. Things are going well, just some minor things to work out. 1 ball, the count. In the dirt, that's going to be a wild pitch. Kalura advances to third base on that wild pitch. 2-0 the count. Justin Simard, not a member of the Red Sox last year, but he was in 2023, and he was a very dangerous and effective player for them. A versatile guy playing the outfield today. Plays the left side of the infield, the third baseman 2 years ago. He takes strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Swing and a miss. Nice location there by Ryan Meyer on the outside edge. A crisp looking fastball. Oh, right down the middle. Freezes him. Strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Ryan Meyer, and that'll retire the side. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Weyburn errors, and 1 runner left on base, and that was in scoring position. After 1.5, we're still scoreless here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll be right back with more Weyburn Beavers baseball. Presented by Coast Hotels here on FloCollege. Kids. Blake Johnson taking his final warm-up tosses as he gets ready to face Braden Mayencourt to lead things off. Chet McDaniel and Trevor Dale due up here in the bottom of the second inning. We're still scoreless here. Braden Mayencourt last night had a 2-for-4 game before he was pulled in favor of a pinch runner. A little bit of load management to keep Mayo nice and fresh here as he took ball 1 and inside for ball 2. Typically, Braden's a very patient hitter. Outside, 3 balls. Arrived late last year and was a little rusty. Had a little bit of trouble at the start to get going, but he would generally work himself on base however he could. Drew a pile of walks during that time while the swing came around, and the hottest guy down the stretch in the entire league. 3-1 count to Mayencourt. Chet McDaniel, the center fielder, in the on-deck circle. That's hit on the ground to short. Fox fields it. Throw over in the dirt. Nice pick over there by James Wright. And he just nips Braden Mayencourt. 6-3 on the put out for the first out. That'll bring Chet McDaniel to the plate. Chet reached twice on errors and scored a run in his 4 trips to the plate. Thought he had an RBI single, but was scored an error. Two quick strikes delivered by Blake Johnson with Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Blake Johnson. And Trevor Dale will be the hitter for the Beavers. The number 7 hitter tonight. Last night, Trevor Dale was the pinch runner for Braden Mancourt. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball for strike 1. And then Dale got an at-bat in last night's game in the 8th inning and singled. So he's 1 for 1 on the year. Takes ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Fouled over the screen and out of play off the highway, more than likely. Rob Gurney, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. Hit down the third baseline foul. Tail around on that in plenty of time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 4th strikeout so far this evening for Blake Johnson. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 2 complete, we're scoreless here at Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Ryan Meyer taking his final warm-up tosses here as we enter the top of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Regina Red Sox, Jordan Tucker, tonight's left fielder, Sam Baker, the 2nd baseman, and then the top of the order, the shortstop, Matthew Fox. Both pitchers very efficient early in the game, as they were last night. Ian Heck going 6 scoreless last night. And Merrick Yager was cruising along until the 5th inning. And the Beavers dropped a 5 spot on Merrick Yager in the 5th. So he took the loss. He's 0-1. Ian Heck 1-0. Rob Gurney's back, and we're ready to get back underway as Jordan Tucker strides to the plate. He was 2 for 4 last night in that 11-1 win versus the Swift Current 57s. Head coach Ry Pathakis had to be real happy with the effort from his Red Sox squad last night. A double and 2 RBIs in last night's game for Tucker as he swings and misses at strike one. Fastball on the outside edge, taken for strike two. 0-2. Meyer's been ahead in a lot of counts. Only Jaden Kalura, he fell behind 3-0. Ended up giving him allowing a base hit. Fouled back to the screen. First 5 pitches of the game were all strikes for Ryan Meyer. Off-speed pitch lined to Meyer. Chopped to Meyer, rather. And put out 1-3 to Dauphiny. Tucker's body was in the way of it. That and the home plate umpire tonight. Sean Wetherill is behind the plate. Ron Shuchuk at first base. And at third base is last night's home plate umpire, Zeke Fair. One ball account. Fouled back. 1-1. Sam Baker was not in the lineup last night. His first action of the year. That's popped up down the third base line. Ryan Dauphiny in foul territory makes the catch. 2 away. On the top of the order with Matthew Fox. Fox struck out looking in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Matthew Fox from Huntington Beach, California. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes the count. 6'4", 200 pounds. And attends Golden West Community College. Swing and a little bit of a foul tip caught, squeezed. 4th strikeout for Ryan Meyer. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the third is on tap for you when we return with Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beavers baseball here on FloCollege. Pitchers duel so far here tonight. Ryan Meyer versus Blake Johnson, as Johnson prepares to face Rob Gurney to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Also due up Luke Balzewski and second baseman Alex Alva. Rob caught last night's win, and he was 1 for 4 with a run scored last night. A native of Campbell River, BC. Played the fall season with the Waldorf Warriors for City, Iowa, and transferred for the spring season. Played with his brother, Austin Gurney, at the University of Pikeville. Big swing and a miss there. Johnson ahead, 0-2. Rob Gurney's got some pop. He hit probably the longest home run the Beavers hit at Curry Field, about a 430-foot blast, and a swing and a miss there and a high fastball. 5th strikeout. for Blake Johnson. 9 strikeouts in the game by both pitchers. And Luke Malzewski will be the hitter. Fastball on the outside edge. Strike 1 to Luke. And that's a ground ball tapped up the middle, fielded at second base over to 1 in time. Two up, 2 down. And Alex Alva will be the hitter. Alex from Littleton, Colorado. He's a senior at the University of Jamestown. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Grounded to second in the first inning to lead off the bottom of the first for the Beavers. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. Breaking ball misses outside. Tried to backdoor it, but missed. 2 balls and no strikes the count. And that's hit on the ground to second base. Picked up there by Sam Baker. And on to first baseman James Wright to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning. Very efficient by Blake Johnson. He's only allowed the 1 single to Noah Brooks. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 3 complete at Tom Lang Park, we are still scoreless between the Weyburn Beavers and the Regina Red Sox. And we'll be back right after this with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beavers baseball on FloCollege. Ryan Meyer returns to the mound for the top of the 4th inning. Through 3 innings, 41 pitches thrown by Ryan Meyer, 28 of them for strikes. Always fill in the zone. No pitcher has walked anyone tonight. Blake Johnson and Ryan Meyer both showing good control. Popped up, third base, man court under it, makes the play right about the foul line. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Raphael Jackson pops up to third base for the first out of the inning. It'll bring DH Riley Bender to the plate. Bender had a big night last night, 4 for 6 with an RBI as the leadoff man last night in the 3 spot tonight. Meyer quickly ahead, 0-2. It always seems like it's a lot different when you get moved to the 3 spot in the lineup. You seem to see a lot tougher pitches. Generally, your best hitter is your 3 hitter, and pitchers don't make it easy on them. A breaking ball that Bender is able to slap foul and out of play to stay alive. Good piece of defensive hitting there. Great location on that fastball. Ryan Meyer rings him up looking on the outside edge for strikeout number 5 on the night. Fourth one looking. So the location for Ryan Meyer has been spot on. Jaden Kalura will be the hitter. He has the only Red Sox base hit tonight. Singled and stole a base in the second. In last night's game, 2 for 4. Ground ball up the middle. Grabbed by Dale, and he can't get it there in time. Throws it into the dugout. So that's going to be an infield single to Kalura. So it looks like it stayed out of the dugout. There is a pony wall in front of the Beavers bench. Nope, it did get into the dugout. So Kalura, we will have to say, advanced on a throwing error by Trevor Dale. So that's an E6. First error of the night for the Beavers. Runner in scoring position now with 2 out for James Wright, the first baseman. James Wright, 2 for 5 last night with 2 runs scored. Also had a hit by pitch mixed in there for good measure. So the OBP strong last night for James Wright. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball just off the plate. Two balls and no strikes. Runner at second is Jaden Kalura. And that's it in the air to shallow center field. Alba going back. Dale gives way, and Alex Alba makes the catch behind second base for the third out of the inning. No runs for the Red Sox. 1 hit. There were no errors. Well, there actually was 1 error. Pardon me. A throwing error by Trevor Dale. And we did have a runner left on base in scoring position as well. The bottom of the fourth is up next when we return with more Coast Hotels, Weyburn, Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. So an efficient top of the fourth for Ryan Meyer. 10 pitches in the inning. 51 on the night, 35 of them for strikes. Good command of the zone. Blake Johnson also showing great command. And he's going to face the power third of the order for the Beavers. Ryan Dauphiny is going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Noah Brooks and Ian Heck. Mancourt and Braden Mancourt after that. So the next 4 hitters, guys with good power. Blake Johnson's showing really good velocity. Wind kind of blowing out of the north today, which is a little bit unusual. So it's blowing out to left field. So if Dauphiny or Brooks or Heck can get a hold of one, the wind's going to give it a little help. And that's hit in the air to left field. Ranging over is Jordan Tucker to make the catch. 1 out. Blake Johnson threw 3 innings. 41 pitches, 27 of them for strikes. Really similar numbers to Ryan Meyer after 3. Noah Brooks takes one at the knees for strike 1. Noah has the only Beaver hit of the night so far. A single in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 out here. A smoky evening at Tom Lang Park. That catches the inside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Fouled out of play. Our thoughts go out to anybody who is impacted by the fires in northern Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Not a great situation whatsoever. Popped up. High. Overcomes James Wright and awkwardly stumbles over the mound but makes the catch. So Blake Johnson has still faced just one over the minimum tonight. Well, Ryan Meyer has only faced 2 over the minimum. It'll bring Ian Heck to the plate. Slaps that the other way. And caught behind first base by James Wright to retire the side. That's a 7-pitch inning for Blake Johnson. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 4 complete, we're scoreless at Tom Lang Park. And Coast Hotels Weyburn Beavers baseball will return on FloCollege right after this. The line score after 4 complete. For the Regina Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. For the Weyburn Beavers, no runs, 1 hit, and apparently they did not score an error on the overthrow by Dale that allowed Kalura to advance to second base. So, facing Beaver starter Ryan Meyer, Angelo Franco, Justin Samard, and Jordan Tucker. Angelo Franco popped up to first baseman Ryan Dauphiny in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Franco did not participate in the game last night for the Red Sox. And that's hit in the air to center field. Late break by Chet McDaniel, and that'll drop for a base hit. Into the awkward time of the night, and the haziness of the smoke will make that baseball a little difficult to see. I don't know if you'll probably be able to pick it up on our cameras that the smoke is quite dense here, and we're a long way from the fires in the north. But a north wind today pushed that all down our way. Samard squares and takes a strike. Runner in first is Franco. Nobody out here. Top of the 5th inning. Pickoff move. Soft toss over just to keep the base runner honest over there. Jordan Tucker in the on-deck circle for the Regina Red Sox. Double play ball would suit the Beavers. Squares. Pulls it back. Loops it over top of Alba, and he can't get to it. Back-to-back bloop base hits. And the Red Sox have something going here in the top of the 5th inning. Two Texas Leaguers for 2 base hits. Four hits on the night now for the Red Sox with nobody out. And Jordan Tucker, the left fielder, is the hitter. Squares, bunts it foul. Starting to believe that bunting's become a lost art in the game today. Tucker 2 for 4 against the 57s last night. Couple of RBIs. Rye Pathako is trying to move the runners into scoring position here in a close game. He squares. Pulls it back and takes strike 2. Bunt is out of play now. So the failure to execute takes the bunt option away. Curveball, that's hit deep. Back goes Brooks, back to the track, and it's off the wall. Extra bases. Runners had to wait. Franco scores the first run of the ball game. An RBI double by Jordan Tucker. Tucker's 3rd RBI of the season. Nobody out. 3 straight hits here by the Red Sox. And Rob Gurney goes for a visit. Now that counts this season as a mound visit. The Beavers do only get 5. They're going to talk about it here. 1-0 Red Sox lead, top of the 5th inning. Nobody out. Justin Samard is the runner at 3rd base. Jordan Tucker is the runner at 2nd base. And Sam Baker is the hitter. 0 for 1 on the season is the 2nd baseman for the Red Sox. First pitch is taken high by Baker for ball 1. Fouled over the screen. That squares the count at 1-1. Baker from Prattville, Alabama. 5'9", 180-pound senior from Point University. The Red Sox have had a little bit of a pipeline to Point University in recent years. Nice fastball in the bottom part of the zone taken by Sam Baker. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strikeout would be large here. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Top of the order, Matthew Fox is in the on-deck circle for the Regina Red Sox. Ooh. Good breaking ball. Baker almost chased it. It lets it bounce. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count is square. And that's hit the other way and tailing foul down the right field line. It was slicing right off of the bat. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes as Tyron Dorrance delivers a handful of baseballs to Sean Wetherill, the home plate umpire. Tyron with a night off early in the year, and head coach Cam Williams wants to give everybody a chance to play and see what he has in everybody. Fouled over the screen and out of play. We'll do it again with the count 2-2. And this will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Curveball hit the other way, sliced foul. Four straight foul balls by Baker, a real good at-bat by him. Either looking to go the other way or not getting around on the Ryan Meyer fastball, one or the other. And that's hit through the gap. That's going to play to pair. No, just so, bobbled. Bobbled by McDaniel in center field, and that allowed Baker to go to second base. So that's a single for Sam Baker and 1 RBI. There will be no RBI on the Jordan Tucker run as he scored on the bobble by McDaniel, and Baker advanced on said bobble. 3-0 Red Sox lead. And this will be the first charged visit by Cam Williams. So the catcher's visit does not count towards Cam Williams having to make a move with Ryan Meyer. Although it counts, the Rob Gurney visit counts as a mound visit towards the new rule in the league. And there's bound to be some confusion about what's a mound visit at some point, because it is a little bit nebulous. Sam Baker at second, nobody out. Matthew Fox at the plate. Checked the swing and fouled it off for strike 1. Fox struck out his first 2 times up. Last night, 2 for 6 with a couple RBIs. Also struck out a couple of times last night. Chased one that was real low in the dirt. 2 strikes. Activity down in the Beavers' pen. Outside, off the plate. Just trying to see if this is just, looks like Owen McConnell, but that'll be just a bullpen session for him, I would think. Popped up in the infield, called by Braden Mancourt, and he has it for the first out of the inning. Matthew Fox, 0 for 3. It's a big pop up there. I can't tell the number on that. Can't see the back. None on the front on these City Connect jerseys. Sharp looking City Connects. Strike 1 called. Meyer with a nice fastball pitch. Low in the zone and on the edge. To Raphael Jackson. Fouled out of play. 0-2. Jackson last night, 2 for 3 with 3 walks, a couple of RBIs, and a couple of runs scored. So a big night for him so far tonight. Struck out in the first and popped up to the third baseman, Braden Mancourt, in the fourth. 0 for 2. Runner goes. Gurney the throw down. It's high. Pulls Mancourt off the bag. Stolen base, Sam Baker. And a strikeout there. As as Raphael Jackson heads to the bench. 3 runs across, a big inning here for the Red Sox. Foul tip squeezed by Rob Gurney. Riley Bender, the designated hitter, is at the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out looking his last time out. Grounded short in the first. And quickly behind. 0-2 on a foul ball and a called strike. Swing and a miss. Meyer struck him out. So after the RBI single by Baker, Ryan Meyer settles down and gets out of it. So 3 runs on 4 hits. There was a Weyburn error, and 1 runner was left on base in scoring position. After 4.5, it is the Regina Red Sox 3, the Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th inning on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. We're back as Blake Johnson delivers his warm-up tosses as the Beavers prepare to hit here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And they will send to the plate Braden Mayencourt, Chet McDaniel, and Trevor Dale. Looking to get something going offensively. Only 1 hit through 4 innings. And through those 4 innings, 48 pitches thrown by Blake Johnson, 33 of them for strikes. And Braden Mayencourt 0 for 1 so far tonight after the 2 for 4 performance last night. First pitch, a fastball in the dirt. 1 ball. Chet McDaniel, the center fielder, on deck. A low pitch, catches. Called strike. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball does not catch the outside edge. Tried to backdoor it. 2 balls and 1 strike to Braden Mayencourt. And rolls 1 to second base. It's scooped up there and on to first in time. One out. Hasn't been a lot of solid contact made on Blake Johnson so far tonight. Chet McDaniel comes to the plate. He hits one high in the air to right field. That's going to stay in fair territory. Ranging over is right fielder Justin Samard, and he'll make the catch. First pitch swinging. And Trevor Dale will be the hitter. He struck out in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. 5 strikeouts for Blake Johnson, all of them in the first 3 innings. Nothing in the last 2, but he's been 1, 2, 3. Well, 5 consecutive outs. What do we got? 1, 3, 7, 10, 12 consecutive batters retired by Blake Johnson. And he falls behind Trevor Dale in the count 2-0. Beavers need base runners. Rob Gurney on deck. Slider. A firm slider. taken for strike one. Wind starting to go down here at Tom Lang Park, as it's wont to do in the evening. Johnson misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And if I'm not mistaken, that is only his second 3-ball count of the evening. And he loses Trevor Dale. First base on balls of the game for either pitcher. Beavers have one aboard with catcher Rob Gurney coming to the plate. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Action now in the Red Sox pen. Big cut there, pickoff move. As Kalura tries to throw in behind Trevor Dale at first base unsuccessfully. Can't get the number yet of the Regina reliever. Fouled back by Gurney. A couple of really aggressive swings early in the at-bat. And Johnson's ahead 0-2. My spotter says it is Nicholas Yard that is warming for the Regina Red Sox. Fastball high. 1-2 the count to Rob Gurney. Trevor Dale down at first base. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Didn't get cheated on the cuts there. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left. And we're through 5. The Regina Red Sox lead the Weyburn Beavers 3-0. And we will return with the 6th inning of action on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Owen McConnell is on to throw for the Weyburn Beavers. So it'll be an inning for Owen McConnell in lieu of a bullpen session. So Ryan Meyer goes 5 innings, throws 77 pitches, 58 of them for strikes. Meyer struck out 6 and walked no one. All 3 runs earned. Owen McConnell, 5'9", 180 pounds, from Vancouver, British Columbia. Attends the University of British Columbia. 3rd-year Beaver is Owen McConnell. Last season, Owen appeared in 15 games, started 10, so he did this on 5 occasions where he came out and threw an inning in lieu. Through 57 innings, he struck out 35, only walked 15, a 5.68 ERA, and represented the Beavers at the All-Star game last season in Okotoks. And the first pitch of the 2025 season thrown by Owen McConnell is a strike taken by Jaden Kalura. Popped up, out of play. McConnell had nothing in 2. Kalura has 2 singles on the evening. A strike out and a throw out. So we have a strikeout and a 2-3 put out for the first out. Good job by Rob Gurney to clear the base pass, get a lane to complete the out. An accurate throw to Ryan Doffany. Doff does not look out of place at first base, handles the glove over there very well. 1 out. James Wright takes strike 1 from Owen McConnell. 0 for 2 is James Wright, the first baseman. Pitches high. 1-1 the count. 1 out here, top of the 6th inning. Red Sox 3, Beavers no score. Base hit over the head of Alex Alma. Wright turns it. Here comes the throw from right field and a double. Good hustle there by James Wright. An aggressive head first slide into second. 7th hit of the game for the Red Sox. Their second double. And a runner in scoring position here for Angelo Franco, who singled and scored in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. Angelo Franco is from Port Moody, BC, 6'3", 190-pound sophomore at Mineral Area College. Curveball swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Owen McConnell, one of the nicest, most thoughtful young men you'll meet. Another curveball. Lots of north-south movement on that curveball from Owen McConnell. I think it would still set up for Owen to be starting Sunday afternoon against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. A fastball froze him. Strikeout looking. Second strikeout for Owen McConnell. Of course, tomorrow afternoon, the Beavers visit the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Tomorrow evening, rather. 7:05 first pitch. I think we might see Ethan Webster start that game. Haven't heard who's going to get the nod. Justin Samard will be the hitter, 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored. Singled and scored in the 5th inning. The fastball just missed the outside edge. Good location there. 1-1, 2 outs. James Wright, the runner at second base for the Regina Red Sox. Swing and a miss at a high curveball. 1-2. Almost no wind now. Flags hanging completely limp. Starting to cool off a little bit. Maybe a little bit less smoke. Time called by Simard. As Owen McConnell was a little more deliberate than Justin Simard would have liked. Pitch down and away, misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Simard, a dangerous hitter. That's hit on the ground to third base. Mahan caught up with it. Over to Dauphiny. Low throw is scooped there. And that'll retire the side 5-3. The Red Sox do not score. They do get a hit. There was no errors. 1 runner was left on base, and he was in scoring position. After 5.5, Regina 3, the Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll be right back with some more Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beavers baseball action on FloCollege. Last season, Nick Yard appeared in 6 games for the Red Sox, pitched 7 2/3 innings, struck out 7 against 9 walks, at 8.21 ERA, and he will face Luke Malczewski to lead things off for the Beavers. And then the top of the order with Alex Alva and Ryan Dauphiny due up. Nick Yard from Niwot, Colorado, 6'1", 180-pound junior at Cameron University. First pitch is inside to Luke Malczewski. 1 ball to count. Malczewski grounded to second in his first at-bat. That caught the inside edge. 1-1 the count. And that's hit the other way. Oh, a nice play there by James Wright and a flip. Real nice defensive play. As Wright kind of laid out to hit that pretty sharply hit ball down the opposite field by Luke Malczewski, and a nice flip to Nicholas Yard to retire Luke. Top of the order, Alex Alva will be the hitter. Alex is grounded to second both times. He's 0 for 2. Grounds it to first. Another flip, and he is out. Oh, that was an elbow pad that went flying. White object was laying on the ground. I wasn't sure what was going on. So consecutive 3-1 putouts. James Wright fielding the position well over there. And Ryan Dauphiny will be the hitter. Strong outing for Blake Johnson. And he gives way to Nick Yard. First pitch to Dauphiny is low for ball 1. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. Noah has the only Beaver hit of the game so far. Dauphiny hits that at the other way, right at Justin Samard, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Nick Yard. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 6 complete, the Regina Red Sox 3, the Weyburn Beavers no score. And we will be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beavers baseball here on FloCollege. We're back here at Tom Lang Park, and we're going to take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard after a quick refresh. If it ever refreshes. In the top of the 4th inning, the Lethbridge Bulls lead the Brooks Bombers 1-0. No score reported yet from Fort McMurray, where the Sylvan Lake Gulls are the visitors. Medicine Hat leads Swift Current 5-1 in the top of 4. And in the bottom of the 2nd, Moose Jaw Saskatoon tied at 3. Ground ball, Alva picks it up over to Dauphiny, stretches, and retires number 10, Jordan Tucker, for the first out of the inning. Sam Baker will be the hitter. Singleton stole a base in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. First pitch from Owen McConnell misses for ball 1. Pretty low pitch count for Owen in his first inning worth, so he's going to get a second one here. Crisp fastball on the outside edge. Taken to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Beavers have 2 off days in a row next week, thanks to a scheduling change. The June 3rd game was moved to June 4th, so the 2nd and 3rd, the Beavers are off. So with those couple of days of rest, and change a couple of the things that Cam Williams wants to do with his pitchers with that extra day of rest. So it'll be interesting to see who we see tomorrow in Moose Jaw. Wonder if it'll be 6'7" Graham Middleton. And looking forward to see him throw. 3 balls and 1 strike the count to Sam Baker. Fastball taken for Strike 2, and that fills the count. With one out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Red Sox, thanks to 3 in the 5th, lead this one 3-0. Fouled towards the Beaver dugout, picked up over there by Isaiah Granado, who threw very effectively to the 4 hitters he faced last night. And pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Good at-bat by Baker. He's had a couple of good at-bats. Expect that out of a senior. Strike 3 called. Good fastball on the outside edge. Baker threw the bat looking for ball 4. Great location there by Owen McConnell. All you had was try and sell it. 2 outs. Top of the order, Matthew Fox. Curveball misses inside. Ball 1. Fox 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight. Foul back into the mesh to our broadcast right. 1-1 the count. The wind's starting to dance around a little bit out there. Ground ball past Mayencourt. That's a base hit. Brooks comes up with it. Gets it in quickly. Single for Matthew Fox. And he's 1 for 4. Eighth hit of the night for the Red Sox. And Raphael Jackson will be the hitter. Jackson, a senior from Point University. He's from the Virgin Islands. That's hit hard at Alva. It eats him up a bit. Picks it up onto Dauphiny, not in time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. He's right. Raphael Jackson's right. He was safe. But the Beavers catch a break. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. After 6.5, still the Red Sox 3, the Beavers no score. And we will return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. Nick Yard returns to the mound for his 2nd inning of work for the Regina Red Sox. And he will face Noah Brooks, Ian Heck, and Braden Mayencourt. Yard, a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Ticket number is WB20202238. That is WB20202238. Tonight's winner going home with $300.
Throw down from Kalura.
$5.
And Noah Brooks strides to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the night, singled in the first, and popped up to the first baseman in the 4th. A high pop up in the infield. Still only 1 hit on the night for the Beavers. looking to get something going on offense here. Got the right three guys to do it. Still a real tight ball game. Foul back to the screen. Nothing in one to the Langley product. Noah Brooks. Curveball hit in the air. Shallow left center. Everybody converging on it. And it'll be caught by Raphael Jackson, the center fielder.
The plate, the designated hitter, number 12, Ian.
Red Sox had it surrounded there with Matthew Fox, the shortstop, Jordan Tucker, the left fielder, and the center fielder, Raphael Jackson. Jackson completes the play as a proper center fielder should be calling whatever he can get to. Ian Heck to the plate. Takes the first pitch for ball one. 0 for 2 so far tonight is Ian. Fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. Braden Mayencourt awaits his turn in the circle. And that's hit on a line. Line out to the second baseman, Sam Baker. Ian Heck trying to push one the other way. That'll bring Braden Mayencourt to the plate. 11-game hit streak on the line here in the 7th inning. Beavers are going to need to string together some base runners to get him a second trip. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Mayencourt, a real team guy. He knows the Beavers just need base runners here. Fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Braden made the transition from Columbia Basin College over to Arkansas, where he joined Central Baptist College. So CBC to CBC. Teammates with Ryan Dauphiny down there. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count. In the dirt, ball 3. 3-1. Center fielder Chet McDaniel is the on-deck hitter. Trevor Dale due up after him. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th inning. Base on balls. Second one of the game. And that is only the 3rd base runner of the game for the Beavers. It's getting down to crunch time. Got to put some base runners together here and get something across. Chet McDaniel, 0 for 2 tonight as he steps in. Curveball misses for ball 1. McDaniel from Lewisburg, Mississippi, a senior at Central Baptist College. Takes strike 1. 1-1 the count. So I met several of these guys only a couple of days ago, and Chet being one of them, and nice bunch of young men. Fouled back to the screen. A nice defensive play last night as well for Chet McDaniel, as a ball that was twisting at the warning track. He got underneath it and made the catch. Outside. Probably high as well. Two balls and two strikes. Two are out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And McDaniel goes the other way with it. That's going to drop for a base hit. Two Beavers aboard now. Chet McDaniel is 1 for 3. And Trevor Dale will be the hitter. Trevor is 0 for 1. He walked in the 5th inning. Struck out in the 2nd. Trevor from West Valley City, Utah, a junior at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. Fastball right down the middle, taken for strike 1 from Nicholas Yard. Braden Mayencourt, the runner, on second. Chet McDaniel on first. Fouled back. Rob Gurney is in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Trevor Dale looking to keep the two-out rally alive. Nick Yard got the first two. A fly out to the short center field and a line out to second by Brooks and Hack. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Still 0-2 the count to Trevor Dale. Nick Yard, 24 pitches so far, 15 of them for strikes. An off-speed pitch nubbed in foul ground. Oh, great attempt by James Wright. He lays out, unable to successfully complete the catch, but you gotta love the effort. Those are you guys you want to have on your team. Little transition at first base this year for the Regina Red Sox. Of course, Cody Hanna, we did such a good job over there for him last year. Not back for another season. Big guy with good speed. He had surprising speed for a big man. In the dirt. Nice block there by Kalura to keep the runners in place. One and two the count to Trevor Dale. What am I saying? Ran well for a big guy. He ran well for anybody. He was quick. Strike 3 called. Froze Trevor Dale, and the base runners are stranded. The Beavers do not score. They do get a base hit. There were no Regina errors and 2 runners left on base, one of them in scoring position. That was the first base runner to reach scoring position tonight for the Beavers. And with that, we'll be back with the 8th inning on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Owen McConnell out for his 3rd inning of work, so I suspect we're going to see probably Owen McConnell makes his first start on June 4th, likely, based on what I'm seeing tonight. Unless they're going to move him into a little different role, like the role that Ethan Webster had last year, where he was kind of the longer relief guy. We'll see how things shake out over the course of the season. Of course, Owen McConnell, a guy that can do that for you. He can come out of the pen or he can start. A really effective guy. Warming in the Beavers pen, it looks like it's number 18, Logan Kintner. So looks like it'll be the last inning of work for Owen McConnell. And we'll get our, looks like in the ninth, we'll get our first look at Logan Kintner. Sounds like he will be, is intended to be the closer. We'll see how things progress over the course of the year. Beavers expecting another relief pitcher to arrive in July. I don't know if that's public knowledge yet, so I'm going to keep that name to myself, but it's one that Beaver fans will be familiar with. The first pitch to Riley Bender is fouled the other way for strike one. Nothing and one the count. In the dirt. 1-1 the count. Riley Bender so far tonight is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Swing and a miss there. Brian Meyer had 7 strikeouts in his 5 innings of work. And that's tapped on the ground, charged hard by Mayencourt, picked up over to Dauphin. He pulls him off the bag, and the throw is out into right field. Malzewski comes over to pick it up. E5 on the throw. And another runner in scoring position here for the Red Sox. And catcher Jaden Kalura to the plate. 2 for 3 on the night. Struck out his last time up. 2 singles prior in the second and the fourth inning. Eight hits on the night. Popped up, out of play. Strike one. Nobody out top of the 8th inning. Red Sox still lead this one 3-0. Owen McConnell, 22 strikes and 8 balls so far in his 30 pitches, so good control. Although he misses there for ball 1. That's popped up. Alva goes back. Dale comes over. He calls for it. He's under it and makes the catch. So it goes down as an F6, but in shallow center field. One away in the road half of the 8th inning. You're going to love these close ball games. Close and low scoring equals fast. It's always nice when the game moves along quickly. That's in the dirt, wild pitch. Gurney can't find it. Bounces halfway back to the mound. Did manage to keep it in front of him. The runner advances. Want to know the count to James Wright. He is 1 for 3 with a double on the night. Two balls and no strikes the count. Outside ball 3. The second time that Owen McConnell has gone to 3 balls on a hitter. Swing and a miss. Green light, 3-0 for James Wright. Rypathakos aggressively gives him the 5 hitter the green light. Fouled the other way. Owen McConnell battling back. Fills the count with 1 out. Three balls, 2 strikes. And that's hit hard. RBI single there for James Wright. As Riley Bender scores on a sharply hit ball past Braden Mancourt over at third base. Just the second hit allowed by Owen McConnell. 4-0. Red Sox lead this one. Angelo Franco takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored tonight. Been solid defensively at third base. Takes a strike. Squares the count at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 run across for the Red Sox. Pickoff move, he was leaning. Beavers going to have to get something going here in the bottom of the 8th. Get back in this thing. Pitch is low. In the dirt. Smothered there by Rob Gurney. 2 balls and 1 strike. See, bullpen catcher Bryker Smith back to the dugout, so Logan Kintner will be ready to go. Pitch sails high, and another 3-ball count on consecutive hitters for Owen McConnell. Fouled out of play. That one's going to make the highway. And a second consecutive full count. The last one ended in a base hit. RBI single for Wright. Fouled back to the screen. And the payoff pitch coming once again will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Runner goes. Ground ball up the middle. Smothered by Alva there. Over to first. Double play. A 4-3 double play as Alva fields the ball behind second base, steps on the bag, and goes to Dauphiny. And Angelo Franco hits into the 4-3 double play. The Red Sox do get a run, though, on one base hit. That was an E5. So 1 run, 1 hit. There was a Weyburn error, and there were no runners left on base. So after 7.5, the Regina Red Sox take a 4-0 lead into the bottom half of the 8th on the Weyburn Beavers. And we'll be back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege.
With the beer batter being the last out of that inning, for the next 5 minutes, it's 2 beer for $10.
Nick Yard returns for his third inning of work here for the Regina Red Sox, and why not? He's been pretty efficient. And he will face Rob Gurney, Luke Malzewski, and then the top of the order with Alex Alva. We'll see if head coach Cam Williams makes any moves with his batting order. You do want to get some data on these guys in certain situations as well and see how they respond. Rob Gurney 0 for 2 tonight, a couple of strikeouts. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Seven strikeouts on the night by the 2 Regina pitchers. Yard misses inside for ball 2. Six strikeouts for Blake Johnson, 1 for Nicholas Yard. That's hit hard on the ground. Matthew Fox comes up with that over to first. And it is ruled that he holds on to the bag. Throw pulled him. First base coach Luke Sempt asking Ron Shuchuk about that one. One out on that 6-3 put out. And Luke Malzewski to the plate. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. Luke from Seattle, Washington, a sophomore at Whitman College in Walla Walla, Washington. Ball 2. Top of the order, Alex Alva in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Fastball on the outside edge. Taken, and that'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. So 1 strike, singular, not plural. Bottom of the 8th inning, Red Sox 4, Beavers no score. Fouled out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Still only 2 hits on the night for the Beavers. Batting in the bottom of the 8th inning. Curveball froze him. Malzuki takes that for strike 3. Second strikeout for Nicholas Yard. 8th of the night by Weyburn by 8th by the Beavers. 8th for Regina pitching. Alex Alva is 0 for 3 so far tonight. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Ryan Dauphiny waits in the on-deck circle. Tries to backdoor a little slider there, and it misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. That sails a bit on Nick Yard. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Alex Alva, a late addition to the roster, replacing a late departure. Ground ball. Matthew Fox picks that up over to right at first base in time. 1-2-3 inning for Nick Yard. And he has been very effective in relief tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 8 complete, the Regina Red Sox 4, the Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll return with the 9th inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers, number 18, Logan Kinter. His first action in the WCBL. Logan Kintner from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. He's a sophomore at Eastern New Mexico University. Throws hard. The reports I have is that he's a solid 1-inning guy, so a potential closer. Looks like a pretty lively fastball. A good curveball. And Logan Kintner will be welcomed to the WCBL by Justin Samard, Jordan Tucker, and Sam Baker. Justin Samard in right field tonight, and he is 1 for 3 with a run scored for the Red Sox. Fastball misses, ball 1. Justin Samard, a guy with good speed too. Fastball sails high. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice fastball there by Logan Kintner. Another swing and a miss. So Kintner finds the strike zone after a couple of balls. 2-2 the count. Fastball high. And that'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of 9. Swing and a miss. Crisp fastball there by Logan Kintner, and his first WCBL strikeout. 1 away. Justin Simard 1 for 4 tonight for the Red Sox. Jordan Tucker, the hitter. Tucker 1 for 3 on the night. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Make that 2 for 4. Chopper past the mound. Squirted out into center field. A ground ball with eyes. Tucker's second hit. He had an RBI double back in the 5th. Scored the 3rd Red Sox run. And he's aboard here in the top of the 9. They're at 9th. The Red Sox looking for some insurance with Sam Baker at the plate. Fastball sails high for ball 1. Baker 1 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen base tonight. Runner goes. A pass ball. So Tucker stole it. There was a pass ball, but the runner does not advance. Two for 4 with an RBI run scored and a stolen base so far tonight for Jordan Tucker. That's a pretty good night at the office for the left fielder of the Red Sox. Hit the other way and foul. Two balls and 1 strike to Sam Baker. The Red Sox second baseman tonight. Regina without all of their LSU Shreveport players here tonight. Justin Searing a big part of that as they compete for the NAIA National Championship. It pitches in the dirt. I think Tucker had it stolen as he was on the move. I think I'll wait and see the official score, but I'm going to give him a second stolen base. And a wild pitch. Fouled back to the screen. So that'll be a full count now with 1 out. The last 3 at-bats for Sam Baker. He's really battled hard. Good at-bats. Tap back to the mound. Checks the runner and goes to 1. On the little tapper comebacker. So Baker is the second out. Tucker has to stay at third base, and that's really important if the Beavers are going to have any chance to get back in this one. trailing by 4 in the ninth. And Matthew Fox at the plate. He singled his last at bat, and he is 1 for 4. Curveball grounded to Mayencourt at 3. Over to Dauphiny in the dirt. Not in time. That looks like maybe a make good for the one that was taken away from Raphael Jackson in the previous inning. So an infield single there for Fox and an RBI. Fox getting down the line in a hurry. 2 outs. And he goes. Throw down by Gertie on the wrong side of the bag. Trevor Dale unable to get the tag on him. Stolen base, Matthew Fox. That's tapped foul down the first base line. Last season, Matthew Fox stole 15 bases for the Red Sox. Fastball on the black to Raphael Jackson. One ball and 2 strikes. Fouled out of play. Count remains at 1 and 2. 2 outs, top of the ninth. The runner at second base is Matthew Fox. Raphael Jackson at the plate. Fastball misses outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Beavers look to get a big 9th inning rally going when they come up. That's fouled into the bullpen. Over the bullpen. Pinballs around over there. Count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of breeze comes back to Tom Lang Park. Curveball rings him up. Caught looking. The Red Sox, they get an insurance run, and that could be a huge run. And they get that run on 2 hits. There was a Weyburn error and a runner left in scoring position. So after 8.5, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers no score. And they'll come to bat in the bottom of the ninth when we return with Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. The Nicholas Yard back out to try and close this one out for the Red Sox. It would be a save situation for Nick Yard. I mean, he did come into the game, and it was 3 runs, but he has gone greater than the 3 innings required to qualify for a save if the lead was larger than 3. Really efficient job tonight for Nick Yard in relief of a very efficient Blake Johnson. And Ryan Dauphiny will lead things off for the Beavers as they try to extend this game. 5-0 Red Sox lead. First pitch foul. Nothing and 1 the count. Fouled off his foot. Ouch, that hurts. Ryan Dauphiny walks it off. 0 for 3 so far tonight. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. He'll be followed by Ian Hack. Fouled back. Dauphiny lives to see another pitch. Nick Yard sets. Swing and a miss. Dauphiny on the drop third strike does not run. And he's tagged by the catcher, and he can't figure out what's going on. Cam Williams coming over to discuss it with home plate umpire Sean Wetherill. And they're going to talk about it as Ron Shuchuk and Zeke Fair will confer with Sean Wetherill. We'll see what the verdict is momentarily, and it's a strikeout. I do think that is the correct call. Noah Brooks will be the hitter with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Noah 1 for 3 on the evening. And he hits that hard right at the left fielder, Jordan Tucker, on a rope. Noah Brooks lines out to left field for the second out. Good contact. And the Beavers down to their last out. And number 12, Ian Heck will be the hitter. Ian 0 for 3 tonight. Lined to second his last at-bat. Takes ball 1. In the on-deck circle is Braden Mancourt, looking to get another opportunity to extend his 11-game hit streak. Two balls the count to Ian Heck. Nobody warming in the Regina pen. This is Nick Yard's game. And why not? He's been very good tonight. Fouled out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. to Ian Heck. Check swing. And it is a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count. Beavers down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 9th. Fouled back. Ian Heck stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled back again. Ian Heck battling here. Trying to get something going for the Beavers in the bottom of the 9th. And it's a full count as Ian Heck stays off of that breaking ball from Nick Yard, and it misses low. And the payoff pitch will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. In the dirt, ball 4. Great at-bat there for Ian Heck. Good patience at the plate. Keeps the game alive for Braden Mayencourt. Oh for 2 and a walk for Braden Mayencourt. Fouls the first pitch out of play on the third base side. 0-1. Nick Yard's done a good job of getting ahead in counts. Usually when you do that, you're going to be pretty effective. Big swing and a miss there by Mayencourt. The Beavers once again down to their last strike. Chet McDaniel in the on-deck circle, waiting for his opportunity. Off-speed pitch is high. Trying to get Mayencourt to chase. Good patience there by Mayo to take that for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Heck, the runner at first base. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll be the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 1 runner left on base for the Beavers in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Regina Red Sox win this one here tonight at Tom Lang Park by a score of 5-0. And we'll take a look at the line score of tonight's game. The Red Sox got those 5 runs on 11 hits. They did not commit an error. The Red Sox, full marks for a really good effort tonight. The Beavers, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error on defense. The winning pitcher tonight, Blake Johnson. He's 1-0. Losing pitcher, Ryan Meyer. He is 0-1. The 3 runs in the 5th inning were his. Just trying to complete my assessment of the Boston Pizza Player of the Game. I think I have to give the Boston Pizza Player of the Game tonight to the starting pitcher, Ryan Meyer. He did give up the 3 runs in 5 innings, but struck out 7 and walked nobody. A decent outing for Ryan Meyer. And Ryan Meyer is your Beaver, your Boston Pizza Beaver of the game tonight. So that'll wrap it up here from Tom Lang Park. The Beavers back at it tomorrow as they'll be in Moose Jaw at Roswell's Park to take on the Miller Express. They'll take a 1-1 record into Moose Jaw tomorrow night. And on behalf of our producer, Lisa Preddy, and everyone back at FloCollege Central, and myself, John Preddy, I'd like to thank everyone for watching Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. We wish everyone a safe drive home if necessary. Thank you, and good night.